her babies. Thank you, Mama, for showing us.
So hey guys, Southern Comfort here. I decided to do a hopefully briefly update on my medical condition or medical status with the doctors. I've been in waiting, and I was supposed to have gone back into surgery, what I was told, the end of December. In the meantime, as through this process, I've been believing and trusting God and believing for my healing and seeking and knocking and asking and trying to get to the end with not a problem, but a solution. And so I had my doctor referred me to another doctor for a second opinion. And I was really looking forward to this second opinion for the fact that she referred me to that. She said there's nothing. It must have been a look on my face because I was worried that my doctor was going to find out and then, look down on me or whatever the thoughts could be that I'm jumping around, and I'm not jumping around. I'm just trying to head to a solution. I've been trying to get healed. I've been trying to get my deliverance. I've been on this journey, and that's how I look at it. It's a faith of journey. I'm on a journey that I'm determined to hold, to hope and have faith, and determined to get my answers, and at the end of the road have the victory. I'm not the victim, I'm the victory. So that's how I looked at it. So I was going for my second opinion that my doctor referred me to. An appointment was last Friday, so today is Monday. So when I went in there, I did go in there with anxiety because I didn't know what I was going to hear. I know the other doctor said that he can probably try X, Y, Z. He's not in her, he's not into it for money. He don't have to do surgeries and da da da. And but as I thought about it, it would be interesting to know what somebody else would just say. Just look at me, because onto this journey of, here we are in February. I believe it's the 8th, 9th, somewhere around there. And so, it's interesting having someone else to look at me, because I've been on this journey and I have not been looked at since around November. And I didn't totally listen to what the instructions I was given. I listened to my body, and I did a lot of research and study, and I began to heal. If you look at my past videos, I wanted to go to a wound specialist, and I kind of felt like my doctor was upset with me because I wanted that, but I was determined to get healed. The wound specialist, because of my situation, my surgeries, openings, referred me back to the doctor, saying that, I'll probably end up back in there anyhow. I'll be on months and months onto a machine, and I'll be back in there, probably be back in there. So, okay, I got my second opinion, and that was good, but I did find out I had tunneling in 2 areas, which means that you have an opening on the inside, and you don't want the skin to grow up on the outside, because then you'll have like a pocket or pockets, and that means that you're not really reached your total healing. Maybe in a long time your body might feel that pocket, but if you go into surgery again, then it's a possibility that surgical wound will open back up again. And so, we really don't never know until we're going through it. And I had open wounds, and I've gone back into surgeries over and over and over again. So my point is this: I went into the doctor, and he, started questioning things, saying some things that I didn't quite understand. Saying I didn't women go through this and don't have to go through surgeries. But in my case, you see, like my daughter pointed out to me, in your case, you got to look at the facts. The facts is that the cancer, even though it was early stage, was right in front of your heart. If you've gone through radiation, it would have damaged your heart. So there's a lot of factors into play in here, because everybody's different. And then he said that, and I kind of made a comment, well, I'd rather go ahead and deal with it as it bust out of the place that it was at, and still have to go through radiation. Well, he said I made the right decision. long story short, I walked in there with hope. I walked in there with expectations. I walked in there kind of excited, nervous. My anxiety did go high on this because you just don't know what to expect, and you've been through doctor's offices and you've gone through it many times. So what the cancer centers that told me this is normal. It's normal to feel the anxiety. It's normal to, cry. It's normal, and none of every and what they were saying is okay, because in my situation I felt like I didn't have a right to feel any emotions, because there's many women out there dying from it, and there's many women that find out it's too late, and I feel like I should be rejoicing, and I was rejoicing, but nevertheless your emotion still kicks in. It's not the woe is me, it's just the emotional side of going through your journey to your healing land. And and I would never really feel that until I got into the atmosphere of a doctor's office. And it's the fact that you got to go through the same routine. I'm sorry, but I don't like to be uncovered and stared at or looked at and you got to expose yourself. And there's nothing wrong feeling that way. When I go for a physical examination, I still feel that. It's who I am, and I embrace who I am. So, anyways, when I walked in there, and then the conversation didn't go good. I felt like I wasn't being listened to. That maybe with my body, that I moved too soon. They don't know that I live on a homestead, so it's not just, it's different. It's lifestyle is totally different. I said, well, maybe my body, maybe I moved too quickly when I thought I could, when I should have been able to. And then he was kind of like, well, it's like speculation. But then he made a comment that I was unhappy with this doctor and unhappy with that doctor. I was unhappy with the doctors, and I had 3 good doctors, and I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy, but I have to take responsibility, and I have to make sure I'm going in the right direction. And I've got a problem here that keeps reoccurring, and I'm trying to find a solution. I'm trying to find the answer, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to sit around and just take everybody's opinion. We need to find out what is best for our body, what is going on with our bodies, what is the problem. Hopefully find the problem. And so when I did all my research, and I started doing Tammy and started taking care of it, not what I was told, because first of all, to begin with, it wasn't even being told to pack right. The wind specialist told me I had tunneling, and then and this is how I'm supposed to pack it. I went to my 1-year visit to, I guess you say, the breast doctor, and she told me I had tunneling, and she showed me how to pack it. And so that was my question, was, do I have this tunneling, because it's not going to heal properly? And so it was good to go through the experience. But through this last doctor's visit, trying not to make this too long, I just felt like I wasn't being heard. And I was happy, but I'm just trying to find the answer. When you got a problem, we're living in a time and a season not to live with a problem, but we'll find a solution. Find, whatever the solution may be, however you can handle this situation. Find a solution. And that's just my motto. If my plants are not doing well, what is the problem? Okay? Could it be the weather? Could it be it's lacking something other? Is it lacking water? Do I need to do this? Do I not need to do this? Do I need to back off of this? And that's the same thing with our bodies. We need to take a look and see what the solution is. So I walked in there with faith. And I walked in there with faith. I walked in with hope. I walked in there with expectations. I walked in there to hear my second opinion. I walked in there with an open mind. I walked in there, but I walked out, felt like I hit a wall. I walked in there and my hope was gone. I walked in there and I just felt, they told me I had anger about this, and I don't have anger. My voice has a tendency, it can carry to a point you think I'm angry, but I'm just a strong woman, and my voice can get strong to my emotions. And And it wasn't, somehow when I look back at it, I was like, I'm not angry. But I do have some frustration here and there when I call to the doctor's office and I don't get a call back. I'm going through this behind doors. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got a major situation and I don't have no one checking on me or saying it's healing or saying this or don't do this or do I have tissue dying or whatever, you see. And then when I call to ask a question, I don't get a call back. I was told I was supposed to go into surgery. I don't get a call back when that time frame will be. Well, I'm good, you know, because I already made up my body. I'm going to let my body heal on its own and not do a quick fix, but let it do its thing and keep taking care of my body. And my body started turning around. I started healing. Yes, it's been months now. It's been about 3 months. And 1, 2, 3, it might be going on about 4 months. But nevertheless, I know I was on my journey. So when I went to my breast doctor, she says, you're healing. I'll see you back into a year. Now before she said, I'll see you back in a month. I'll see you back, first of all, 2 weeks. And then I'll see you back in a month. And everything was looking good. And she agreed with everything that I was doing and what was taking place. And then she said, I'll see you back in a year. Well, I didn't get that while I was out here trying to deal with it. I didn't know what I was doing. I finally called my primary doctor, and I just wanted somebody to look at it. I need help. You know, I can't see. I can't see the area. I can't see what's going on deeply. I don't know. I'm not a medical specialist. So, and these are the things that I was sort of some of the things I was dealing with, but for some reason, because you've gone through this, they think I had anger problems when I only had some frustration, because when I finally called the doctors to see when they, you know, about coming in and see about when my schedule appointment's going to be, because doctors have forgotten. They do forget at times. So it's your responsibility to check up onto it. And she says, well, it's just been since November. He says he'll see you in 6 months. Well, he says just see you in 6 months. It's just been since November, but it was just kind of seemed like that attitude. And I'm thinking, why didn't somebody tell me? Just a phone call. You know, just tell me, because I already made my mind up on let this body heal. But it was nice to feel like you have some support here. You have someone that cares, and you have someone that has your back. And I'm not saying they don't. But when you're going through something dramatic into your life, you want a support system. And because I wasn't talking about it, when my daughter went through this with me, what is there to talk about? You deal with it. You talk about it then. I still can't find anything to talk about, because that's the past. We're heading to the future. I'm heading to the future. So what is to really talk about is that we deal with now, where I'm at now, and where am I heading. So, long story short, after all these questionings and this, that, and the other, they think I got an anger problem. I'm angry about the situation when I had some just frustration points, and I don't know about you, but my frustration comes and it's there and it leaves. I'm taking note to make sure that, you know, I don't make any mistakes, you know, or I don't do the wrong thing or whatever, you know. Frustration comes and goes. Anger has a tendency to stay for whatever reason. I couldn't find any reason to be angry. I'm not angry at what's happened to me. God has predestined this for a reason. I'm believing that God's going to use me down the road somehow, some way, with nothing but one woman to help her with her struggle of going through breast cancer, or going through everything I've been through that is unheard of, really, to a degree. You know, it's not normal. So, I mean, yeah, so it's worth it to kind of go through it if you think somebody else, because surely I'm not the only one that's ever gone through all the things I've gone through, and surely I'm not going to be the last woman, and surely there's somebody out there right now. And so, you know, going through, God allows you to go through while you get the victory, so you can get the testimony, so that you can help somebody else that can't, or is not strong enough to be able to go through, to help strengthen them, to encourage them. When you're going through this, you need encouragement. And I walked out and I felt like I hit a wall. I walked out with no hope. I walked. He wouldn't even tell me the second opinion. He says, I don't even want to tell you. What you need to do right now is go to counseling, because you need to go to counseling right now, because you're going to be going through surgery after surgery after surgery, and you need counseling now. And I get the point, but how it was said to me and how it came across and everything. And even the lady told me, she says, I'm angry. Well, I'm maybe you took it as anger, but I'm not angry. I'm frustrated here and there, because when I call and I said, well, I told the doctor, I said, well, okay, I'm not having. She said 6 months, and I'm like, great, I'm thinking great, I'm happy about it. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you just tell me that? I've been sitting here with this on the back of my mind. That was no need for it to be on the back of my mind. To focus on that. I don't need to focus on that. I need to focus on healing. I need to focus on positive things. I don't need to focus on I feel like I'm being pushed out here and left alone and not caring or wondering or wondering if and remaining positive, wondering if I'm right and wondering if I'm wrong. And it was nonsense. Just a phone call. Just call me in and take a look at it. See what you think. Just see how I'm doing. That's normal. Well, I didn't get that, so that did create some frustration. Now, when I went Friday, he says, you're healed, and I'm sitting there, after all that, it says I'm healed up, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not. I've looked at it, I watch it carefully. I still got I probably got 2 weeks, maybe a month, for it to where, and it might take 2 more months, to where it will be where it should be. Because I looked at it that morning, so I know where I'm I've been the one dealing with this. I watched the progress of it. I know what's going on with it, and but that's okay. I mean, that's his opinion, and my opinion is I still got some healing to do. So he said there will be other surgeons out there that we're gonna put you into surgery. I'm not even asking for surgery. I'm trying to stay out of surgery. So I'm like, wow, and I walked out of there pretty devastated. My hopes in that conversation, I should have been built up and not somehow torn down, made to feel this, that, and the other. I should have been built up, because the cancer center says this is normal to have some anxiety or be upset or whatever, have tears. It's, when I tell women, you know what, it's okay to cry. It's a release. But because I haven't been boo-hooing crying about it, I've been strong about it, I felt good about it. It is what it is. This is the journey I'm on. This is life. This is life for me. And I'm blessed because I didn't end up back in surgery. And there's so many positivities. But when I left, I had literally, he wouldn't tell me anything except go to counseling. I left from there. I was going to go to Walmart. I was planning for I entered in there. I ended up sitting in the parking lot crying. Wasn't crying when I went in there. Sitting in the parking lot crying. Got my head together. Drove down the road crying. Turned around, went home. Went in the house when I was going to go to Walmart to get me some potting soil for my work on some things around here for spring. Everything I planned stopped. Went in the house. Sit in a dark area. The curtains are closed. And I boo-hooed for 4 hours. I could not stop crying because I lost my hope. Now, my hope is in Jesus Christ and all that. But when you're dealing with doctors that got their opinions, and they're not, when you go in there for a opinion, but got their opinions, go in there for help. It's pretty much, I'm just looking for answers. I'm just looking for solutions. I'm doing my part. I'm doing what I was told to do. As my breast doctor said, there's nothing wrong with a second opinion. So, if I'd known this, would I shoved it down? Oh yeah, because doctor's place should be a safe place. You shouldn't have to hide anything. You should be safe, because they said you've been through so much. You've been through a lot. We think you need to go to counseling. My counselor is Jesus Christ. I've been through a lot in my past life. And no counselor helped me on that. Only Jesus Christ helped me. Only Jesus Christ got me healed. Only Jesus Christ brought me through. And then that is a whole heck of a lot worse than dealing with this. This is bad. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it. This is bad. But my hope, my faith, my trust was into my Lord, my God. You know, I just look for, you know, we got also goes the physical part. I'm looking for the doctors to help me, to give me help, encouragement. Really, I was looking for when I went in there, and when I called the other doctor, my breast doctor, the other doctor, the surgeon, and I was like, well, when she told me 6 months, I said, well, I think I need to come in so y'all can look at it, see how well I'm doing. I think I said that first, whichever way, it doesn't matter. And because they ain't looked at it. They told me it's going to take, I said, why can't I let my body heal up? They said because it's going to take months and months and months. It's been months. But right now, I don't have to go into surgery. God has been good. I walked in wisdom and follow common sense and follow what I believe God was leading me to do, and I'm almost healed, because I know I'm not completely healed to where I see that I need to be. So I just want to share this update now. It's gone longer than I planned on it, but I was just going to add it to the end of the video. But for those that's been praying for me, I appreciate you so much, because that's encouragement. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sad because any sadness. It's a good thing to be thankful, you know, to people that take the time and pray for you, because that's what I needed. That's what I wanted more than anything. Knowing that God, through prayer, that God would give me the answers and get me through that. Now, after crying for all that length of time, I got up and said, make myself turn that TV on, make myself, you know, to get up out of this rut. Because the devil wants you in the rut. He wants you to be discouraged. He wants you not having faith, no hope, no determination. He wants you not to see the end of the road, your journey. He wants you to stay at a crossroads. He don't want you to go to victory lane and run through that white line there and say, I've got the victory. He wants you to be totally discouraged. And I'm here to tell you, just keep on keeping on. If you get frustrated, baby, it's okay to get frustrated. If you cry a tear, baby, it is okay to cry those tears. If you feel like, you know, maybe you're the victim, baby, it's okay to feel like that, because you're going through the emotions of the road, the journey that you're on. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. And don't allow anybody to tell you that it's not okay to feel what you're feeling. You're on a road, just like when you have a death into the family. And they call it, I believe it's 7 stages of grief. It's a stage that you're at. And so what if I was angry? What if I was angry? Well, I just see it. I'm on to my journey. I need to go through this. It's a process. Everything's a process. Most of the things are a process. It's just a process. So encourage me while I'm on my journey. Don't make me feel less. Don't make me feel like I don't have any hope. Don't make me feel like, don't give me the answers. Don't give me the possible answers. Don't make me feel like I walked in better and now I'm worse. Because what you're seeing is not even the truth. This is my therapy. Getting out here, not wallowing in it, but trusting God on this journey. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trust God on his journey and let him straighten this mess out. You know, I don't have to go to that doctor. I wanted a second opinion. I just wanted somebody to tell me a possibility, what my next step may be, and to look at me, look at my circumstances here, and tell me how have I progressed a lot further than they said they was. Because I know I have. Just tell me, you know, tell me what you think. You know, just tell me it's good. I guess I just wanted to hear all is well. It's good. Great. But what is your next steps? And whatever, 4 to 6 months, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. Because God is still on the throne. and I'm still with God. And God has kept me and allowed me to go through this and know this before it got too bad. And they might see that, yeah, it was bad. I'm not going to lie to you. It was bad, but all is well. All is well. I am nowhere where I was. All is well. I just wanted to see what my next step might be, opinion, before I make a decision. And see what they say, medical advice, right? Just see. You never have to do what they say, but you need to see. Our responsibility to see, and God will take care of the rest. See you on to the next video. Sorry for it being so long. It's a journey.
Have you seen